Okay, Sagittarius, let's talk about it. Okay, so this week, there's an energy here of opening doorways. It's opening doorways for like a mental fog to clear. Uh, yeah. Okay. So there's some burdens, right? There's some burdens that you have been carrying alone, and it's time to step into a more empowered position, right? We're gonna play our cards a little bit differently as we go throughout the week this year, right? Abundant version. This is gonna be a more abundant version of yourself. Um, the energy is shifting and it's shifting quickly, it's shifting fast, and every card this week that I pull is going to guide you toward expansion. It's going to guide you towards clarity, and it's going to guide you towards forward motion. So all right, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight on into your read.
All right, Sag, let's talk about your week ahead, okay? So the first card we have here is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, this opens your week out. It's well, let's put this here first, right? So the Two of Swords opens your week. It's going to highlight, a choice you may have been avoiding and or are avoiding, Sag, okay? Sometimes the hardest decisions are the ones that lead you to your greatest freedom. So this card kind of invites you to pause, right? Take a moment, reflect, and then trust your inner guidance, all right? Um All right, Sagittarius, we're going to jump right into your reading. And the first card we have here is the Two of Swords, okay? The Two of Swords opens your week by presenting a choice that demands your attention. This is a moment to kind of pause, reflect, and trust your intuition, Sagittarius. Listen, you may feel caught between different paths, but the key is to take a breath, center yourself, and weigh your options carefully, right? Decisions have to be made. Clarity is going to emerge as you focus inward. Okay. And by making a conscious decision, you set the stage for new possibilities. The energy of this card encourages calm, thoughtful action that leads to growth and alignment with your highest path. Now, the next card we have here is the Ten of Wands. Yeah. Okay. So the Ten of Wands, this shows some areas of your life that may feel very heavy, maybe some responsibility or pressure. Sagittarius, this week calls for you to identify what you can release, delegate, or set aside. By by lessening your load, you create a space for new energy, ideas, and opportunities to flow in. Okay. So it's going to be important to cut out where you can, cut it off, right? Because it's going to help bring in more things that you actually want, and then that in turn is going to make you feel lighter in and of itself, less stress, right? I mean, guys, like, our body and stress like leads to disease. It's just the reality, okay? The energy of this card supports letting go of unnecessary burdens and embracing a freer, more empowered version of you. All right. By doing so, you allow your natural confidence and drive to shine even brighter because it's so bright. All right. The next card we have here is the Four of Pentacles, my love. Um, the Four of Pentacles reminds you to examine how you approach stability and security. This week, you are encouraged to find balance between holding on to um, maybe what you value, and then staying open to new possibilities. You do not want to be too rigid here. You don't want to be so tight, all right? Because you can block the flow of abundance when you're extremely rigid. So, while openness invites growth and unexpected opportunities here versus rigidness that just doesn't. Um so you want to allow the open flow, right? The natural flow, and know that as you allow things to flow, the more abundance you actually gain, right? So the energy of this card supports careful planning, wise decision making, and the courage to step into new experiences without fear. You are supported by the universe, right? So you want to embrace a healthy balance, all right? When you do this, you kind of strengthen both your sense of security and your capacity for expansion. So allowing things to flow a little bit more. Like if you want that cup of coffee, have the cup of coffee, okay? All right. So the next card that we have here is the King of Pentacles, okay? Now, the King of Pentacles kind of brings around a grounded, confident energy. Okay, and that highlights long term. It's going to highlight long term success and practical wisdom. So, as you move throughout this week, I want you to focus on leveraging your skills, your talents, and your resources to kind of create stability and abundance. Right? Again, letting flow to create the stability it is that you want and that you're needing. Okay. Um, the energy of this card definitely supports strategic thinking, consistent effort, of course, and maybe a practical approach to achieving your goals. But by embracing responsibility and taking decisive action, you can manifest a very strong foundation for your dreams, ensuring prosperity and, of course, personal fulfillment, which I think we all, are looking for. Now, next up, we have the Knight of Wands. I'm very sorry. The Knight of Wands. So, the Nine of Wands kind of charges in with a dynamic, adventurous energy, encouraging you to take inspired action. Your natural enthusiasm and passion are amplified this week by this card. It makes this the perfect time to pursue projects, right? Opportunities or experiences that excite and challenge you, okay? The energy of this card supports confidence, courage, and fearless movement toward your goals by harnessing your boldness and channeling it with focus. You create momentum that propels you forward and opens doors to excite new paths for you. Now, I am actually going to pull the next five cards and flip them. And while I'm doing so, I'm going to take this moment to say, hey, yo, you. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Show the YouTube algorithm that, yeah, you want to be here. You're loving the content because then that just helps, the content get out there for others who need to get this energy and get these messages and receive them. And without further ado, let's just keep it going. All right, so we have the King of Swords here. The King of Swords invites you to approach the week with clarity, logic, and strategic thinking. The King of Swords, the whole suit of swords, is about thoughts and the different ways to handle thoughts and things like that. And the King of Swords is the king, right? So he's strategic, he's logical, um, he's clear on what it is he's trying to do. And Spirit is saying, hey, this is where you need to be this week, Sagittarius. Okay. So some situations may arise that require careful analysis. So honest communication and decisive action. So the energy of this card encourages you to speak your truth. Listen, tell it like it is. Okay. Speak your truth. All right. Um, but when you're speaking your truth, you also want to make sure you're making informed choices and navigate challenges with intelligence and fairness, right? That's very important here. Fairness. By aligning your actions with reason and insight, you can effectively overcome obstacles, right? So find solutions and maintain control over your direction with confidence and precision, Sag, because what else can you do, right? You can do this, right? This is the power of the King of Swords, and he is with you this week. Now we have the Eight of Wands, and this signals rapid movement and progress in multiple areas of your life. This week may bring sudden opportunities, fast moving projects, or quick developments that demand your attention. The energy of this card encourages adaptability, focus, and decisive action. Kind of the same with the King of Swords, right? Being logical and honest and things like that. So, by staying alert and embracing the pace, you can harness momentum to advance your goals, complete tasks efficiently, and maintain alignment with your larger visions. All right, now the next card that we have here is the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords encourages you to embrace curiosity, learning, and mental agility. This week is ideal for asking questions, for gathering information, and exploring new ideas. Okay. The energy of this card supports observation, like keen observations, analytical thinking, and clear communication. By staying mentally engaged and open to fresh insights, you can navigate challenges more effectively, uncover valuable information, you guys, and make informed decisions that project you, propel, yeah, propel is a better word. It's going to propel you forward, okay? Um, or eject you into the future, however you want to look at it. It's forward movement. Now we have the Three of Wands here. The Three of Wands invites you to expand your perspective and look ahead to future possibilities. All right. This is about planning, envisioning growth, and taking steps toward your long term goals. The energy of this card encourages patience, strategic action, and confidence in your abilities because you have them. You are so capable, my love. All right. So you can do this by setting clear intentions, and actively preparing for the future. When you do this, you align yourself with opportunities that support expansion, success, and fulfillment. And I feel like we all want that, right? Especially as we're closing out 2025, we want to bring in 2026 feeling fulfilled, successful, happy, things like that. Now, we have the Empress here, and she's closing out the week. And this is a focus on nurturing, creativity, and abundance. All right. So, this card highlights the importance of self care, connection, and honoring the natural flow of life. The energy of the Empress supports growth, prosperity, and the manifestation. I cannot talk today, of your desires through care, attention, and intention. By embracing your creativity, um, your nurturing energy, your ability to cultivate abundance, you invite joy, harmony, and fulfillment into your life in every single area. All right. So, all right, Sagittarius, this is your reading for the week. I want you to comment below which card resonated with you this week, okay? Hit like if this reading spoke to your heart and subscribe to stay aligned with all weekly energy activations. Also, if you would like a deeper reading with me of going into your personal situation, you can do that. You can book an appointment with me at spiritualconnectionswithroselove.com. You will get me on the phone. It will be me. I will talk to you. We'll jump into your reading. All right, you guys, peace and blessings and one love.
All right, Sag, I want you to comment below which card resonated with you the most, resonates with your energy the most this week. Also, hit like if this reading spoke to your heart, and subscribe to stay aligned with weekly energy activations. All right, peace and blessings and one love.